Hey everybody, welcome back. You'll be pleased to know I ramble a lot, so I made a list this time of stuff to talk about, and I made it so that I have to go get one of my tiny humans from preschool. So I timed it so that I have to go get him, so I can't ramble too long. So gotta think smart. All right, well, welcome back. If you got to watch any of my previous videos, I appreciate it. If you subscribed, I appreciate it. I'm up to 117 now, which for me is good. This is, if you're just first time ever seen any of my shows, this is where I just ramble and yak about stuff and talk about things I want to talk about. So, with that said, first thing, let's see, I got, as always, my garage is a complete wreck. You would think, I would like to get it all nice and clean and pretty, but the place that I have my vendor booth at, the elevator's broke at the moment. So some of the things I have that are too big to, they're not too big to take up the stairs, I just don't have help to consistently help me take it up there. Plus, you know, most people when they buy stuff, they can't take it back downstairs without the elevator. So my garage is getting kind of full, and I got the, in a previous video I showed them cheap saws that I got at the auction. I got some videos coming up for them, restoring them, taking them apart, cleaning them up. I did check both of them, they both do work. They need a little bit of work, but they both do work. So I'm gonna have a video taking them apart and restoring them, putting them back together, now that I have the capability of squishing multiple videos together. So that's coming. So see, now I can mark them off, and maybe this will keep me from going off on too many all overs. But let's see here. Okay, let's talk about YouTube's algorithm. The way the algorithm seems to work now, I mean, it's like, you know, Dungeons and Dragons magic, how the algorithm works. But, you know, the more you watch of somebody's something, the more smaller channels like mine get promoted that are in that niche. Well, and they say that if you have a niche, or if you're a pinky up drinker niche, you tend to get more views because you're going down that rabbit hole. Well, I don't really have a particular niche that I do. I mean, if I had to pick one, I'd say woodworking would be one of the bigger ones. Currently my 3D printer's down. I've got to do some tweaking on it to get it back going. But, you know, I have a very odd, all over the board, eclectic taste. I see random things that sometimes, to me, is something I really want, that other people are like, oh, that's junk. But I have, you know, odd, you know. And then some of the projects, let me show you real quick. I got a video I won't be doing on this one, but like, I've got the first coat on this. I need to make a handles for it that I'm gonna have feet on. But it's a brick charcuterie board, or a brick look, made out of walnut scraps that I had. But, you know, the type of epoxy I use has a 3-day cure, 72-hour cure. So when I use it, like, you know, I glue them together, but then I put the brush coat on, and that one took a little longer because I, you know, instead of just the square blocks, I cut them all like this, and then I took a router and routed the edge on them so that, you know, it would look like the brick. look like brick. Well, then I decided, instead of just leaving it plain, I mixed up some epoxy and I filled in the little grooves that look like bricks, and you've seen it on that. So when I did that, there was 3 days letting it cure, and then touched up, there's 3 days, and then I was going just to brush it on that one, but I had enough resin, or I had enough epoxy. I just went ahead and poured some on it and let it go. So I'm going to do a light sand and then do a final coat on it. But so, you know, that's, by the time I'm done, I'm going to have 12 days in that. And in that time, you know, with the cure time and stuff, I'll be making the handles and things like that. But so it's time consuming, but you know, like each step I do takes me 15 minutes to do it, but then I have to wait 3 days before I can go to the next step. I've got a dresser over here that's done, other than I need to finish I need to put a pour coat on top, and I'm storing that for my daughter for when her house is done, which I restored that, but she doesn't have a place for it until the new house gets done. So, which I got videos coming up on that soon, with the framing and all the stuff that her husband and I are going to be doing with it. But then, so with the algorithm, say I got a list and I still started it. The algorithm doesn't seem to like it, and other people have confirmed this as far as me watching their videos, but the algorithm doesn't like it if you have a bunch of different things. It's starting out. Once you have a big channel and a big following, it doesn't care that much, because you have a big following, so it's more likely your videos are going to get viewed by more people and they're going to tell more people, that other thing. But when you're a small channel like mine, you know, like 117, it's almost like the algorithm doesn't know where to send it. Because I do, you know, I've got gardening and woodworking and 3D printing and this, you know, and fixing stuff. I got next week, I don't have time to do it today, but next week I'm gonna show putting back brakes on my van. And then next week I've got the rear window coming. Previous video I showed where I busted it with a weed eater. I got the window ordered. I'm just waiting on it to come in next week. So, you know, I got videos coming, but everything I do is like, just, it's not down one row, it's multiple rows. So I want the channel to grow, obviously, but I'm not gonna drill down one thing, because I want to do multiple things. That's why I started this, because there's so much stuff that I used to do that after I got done with it, it was like, you know, I would have made a good video. And there are some videos I show that are teaching, that show things. There's some videos just me doing what I do, and showing you daily, you know, what I do daily. It's one of them things that I have a good job. Okay, I get paid well, decent, you know, I get paid well, and I'm not complaining. But you know, I would like this channel to grow, because eventually I would like to retire, and I would like to do this full time, just do different videos. You know, I mean, that's down the road, but that is something I would like to do. I should have started this, you know, 15 years ago, but you know, I'm not going to say I want to say life got in the way, but that's kind of a cop-out, because I could have pushed to, you know, make the time to do it. Because like right now I'm doing it on my phone, and I did a bunch of videos. Now, granted, the quality is not the greatest, but I did videos without any editing. I just upload them, and I do the part 1, part 2, part 3, and all that junk. So I'm figuring it out. I got a laptop that I've been trying to play with some editing stuff and get used to that, because there's more options on the laptop than there is editing on my phone. So if you guys want to help me go against the algorithm, if you watch this, share it with all your friends and have everybody subscribe. Let's see if we can, you know, overpower the algorithm. And then I wanted to say, if you watched my garden videos, I've got 3 up now. The first one, Wasn't a bad video, I didn't think. The third one is just an update, a little short video. But the second one that I wanted to be a really good one, and the premise behind it I thought was good. I did it in the rain, and I just thought it was cool, you know, doing it in the rain, making a video on it. And I had the audio settings wrong, and I screwed that up. So if you watch that video, if you've already watched it, thank you for watching it. And if you stuck through the whole thing, bad audio and everything, thank you. But at least, if you haven't watched it, at least watch like the first 2 minutes of it. Because it's got nothing to do with view time or any of that. It's just like somewhere right around minute 15, minute and a half, something like that, I crashed. I hit a slick spot in the mud and just fall down. And, you know, so if you guys want to get a laugh watching an old guy fall, there it is. And later in the video, the audio clears back up again. It's just when I'm like planting. So if you do want to watch it, when the audio starts getting really crappy, just fast forward until you see me about done planting, and then it clears back up. I was using my earbuds, and there's an audio input on Bluetooth you can set, and I didn't notice it. And I should have noticed it because it's got two little lines on the side of the screen that when you talk, they bounce up to show you and they were maxing out, and I just didn't pay attention to it. So, I mean, it wasn't nobody's fault but my own. I had the settings wrong, and, you know, I screwed that up. But I wanted to apologize for that, and, you know, if you do watch it, when the audio gets bad, just skip past till I'm done, leaned over planting, and then it'll go back. I mean, I thought about trying to do a high speed right there and cut out, and I tried overlaying, doing a voice overlay on it, but I couldn't. The software I've got, for some reason, it wouldn't pull the other audio out and put the new in. It just would overlay the new on top of the old. So it didn't work out real well. So there's that. I don't remember if I said it in here. I have a video, or I have a camera coming that's supposed to be here today or tomorrow. I ordered an actual YouTube camera. Now, it wasn't one of the real pricey ones, but it's got a mic on it, and it's got a setup where you can get one of those little lapel mics that Bluetooth to it. So hopefully that'll, you know, start raising it up. Like I said, I'm not making any money off these videos, so everything I spend on them right now is coming out of pocket. So it's a slow road. I'm trying to not spend too much on it. Trying not to jump in both feet all at once, you know, kind of try to slowly get into this. And, you know, I got plenty of videos on there. I got, I think, 70 some videos, but we're working on it. So I do have a camera coming. I'm going to try to do, when I take a load of stuff up, it'll be next week now, because today's Thursday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll be at work. So one day next week, I'm not sure which one, I'm going to take a load of stuff up to the booth, and I'll try to take a video of that. I need to get with the owner and ask him if it's okay that I take a video up there. And I'm sure he'll be fine with it. I'll just have to do it at a time when there's like nobody else up there, so I don't have to ask them permission and all that stuff. I mean, they are in a public space, so if I wasn't videoing them on purpose and they just happen to walk through it, you know. Of course, in my video, my booth's kind of in a corner, so if I can aim the camera towards the booth, they would have to come in my booth to be on film. So I'm going to ask him to just make sure, though. And I've got a friend of mine that is going to be doing a video with me every once in a while. We're going to try to start doing it once a week. The weekly waffle. We're going to try to do that, and it'll be a video where we just yak. And there'll be some where we try things like, I've noticed lately that Dorito has a bunch of new flavors. So I'm just going to try to find all the flavors I can of Doritos. And, which I just bought one the other day that was like, I think it was mango, something like that. I haven't tried it yet. But I like trying oddball stuff. So it's not going to be that fun because I don't like the Flamin' Hot. I like hot stuff. I just don't like the flavor of the Flaming Hot stuff. But I do like hot stuff. And I don't like ranch. but I'm gonna try them, you know, for the video. So we've got that coming up. I've got some over here. I've got some easy to make projects. I'm waiting on a couple of things I ordered to come in to do those projects, because I just don't want to tell you what to put on them. I actually want to have the stuff here and show you. And I'm trying to figure out, and I know some of you are probably like, well, that's the simplest thing ever. I'm trying to figure out how to put the links in the description so that any of this stuff that I use, I can tell you about it, but I can also, you know, tell you a link in the description if you're wanting it, you know. But I'm still trying to figure that out, because all the stuff I've seen on how to do that, it works if you're doing it on the computer, but I haven't been able to find any of it on my phone anyway. So I'm still working on that. Now that I got the laptop that I can use, I'm still trying to figure that out, but it won't be till next week, because I'll be at work, like I said, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so I won't really have time to figure anything out those days. All right, got a few minutes left. All right, anybody that knows me personally, 95% of my clothing has stains, rips, cuts, looks well used. But I can have brand new stuff. This is part of why I buy cheap clothes. My wife offers to buy me nice stuff, and I've got the 5% of my clothes that aren't trashed are mostly the stuff my wife has bought me that I do my best to try to keep nice. I have a real bad habit. I will get clothes, and I will know I need to change them before I go change oil or do this or do that, whatever. And I don't. And then brand new pair of clothes. But if anybody that knows me well, they know all my clothes are work clothes. You know, most of my t-shirts they hang down more, because I don't like stuff, you know, like when it comes up like that, I don't like stuff on my neck. So I'm always pulling down on that. So most of my t-shirts have that stretched part. All of my pants, other than the 2 pairs I just bought that I haven't worn yet, all of my pants have, you know, stains on them. And like, I'll sit up on my chair here. See, like all this paint and caulking and everything, that's all my clothes. That's one of the big reasons why I don't buy expensive clothes. Plus, if you buy expensive clothes, that's fine. If you want to be stylish, I'm just not that much into style. You know, clothes are purposeful for me. They're not accessories, or they're not looks nice. It's purposeful. But you know, I go to Rural King. It's $11 for a pair of jeans, and they last me about a year. If I go buy Levi's, it's $50-$60, and they don't. Yes, they're a higher quality, but they really don't last me any longer, because I tear them up, or I get stains all over them, get nasty. So there's nothing wrong with buying nice clothes. I know I'm gonna, like, I just bought a new pair of shoes the other day, and I had about 3/4 of the yard mowed when I realized I had them on. So now they're all green, because I push mow quite a bit of the yard. I like the way it looks push mowed better than rider. And now, real quick, we'll go over something. I watch a lot of the videos that I watch. I actually go through and click on the comments, and I read comments for other people's videos. Because I think that's a good learning thing, to read the comments, to go through all of the stuff other people say about videos. And something I want to leave this video with is, people are going to comment. People are going to be upset. You're not going to make everybody happy. No matter what you do, somebody's going to find something wrong with it if they want to. And there's people out there that look for things to find wrong so they can have something to complain about. I I'm a very sarcastic person. Anybody that knows me knows that. Oh, sorry, my alarm just went off. I set it 10 minutes early before I needed it. So hey, that's good news for you. The video's almost over. Well, I'm very sarcastic, but I'm not. Some people will take sarcasm as being mean. I'm not maliciously sarcastic, but if you open the door, I'm coming through it. If you say something that I can just, and there's times that a comment will just fly out before I even think about it. Just there it is. But don't. And this mainly, what I'm going to say is mainly for the people that have the channels, not the people that are making the comments. If you're making the comments, try not to be a turd muffin when you make comments, you know. But for the people that have the videos, and I've only gotten one bad comment out of all the videos I've put, and it really wasn't even a bad one. It was just one, you know. It was playing a video game one, and the guy, basically said, you suck. Yeah, I'm not perfect at video games, whatever. But I don't take it personally because I didn't care. I read all your comments, and I want you to leave comments. But I'm not gonna. A derogatory comment is not going to bother me, and that's what I really want. Any of you that have small channels, don't let the little comments bother you. Don't let the big comments bother you, because think about it. If somebody leaves a bad comment, okay, for one, that person doesn't, if it's a person that doesn't know you personally, and you don't know them personally, okay, then that's just their opinion or their thoughts, or you don't know if that person's just trying to cause an argument. You don't know if that person is having a bad day. You don't know if that person's life sucks, But don't take it, the biggest thing is don't take it personal if somebody leaves you a bad comment. You're going to get bad comments. Brenda Gant, my wife watches her, she does cooking and stuff. And she's an elderly lady that does really good cooking videos, and she's a very sweet Southern lady. And she's got comments on there that are bad comments, mean comments. And it's like, I just don't, some people are going to make a bad comment regardless of what, no matter what it is. So just don't take it personal and don't give up, and if your channel doesn't grow like you want it to, don't give up. I'm still plugging videos on here, and even if I don't ever get more than 117, I'm still going to plug videos on here, because there's 117 people that have decided that they wanted to watch something that I did, or have done, or potentially will do. So I'm going to keep plugging away at videos, even if I never make a dime at this. Now, granted, if I get to the point where I start making money at YouTube and I get sponsors, I can do bigger and better things. But even if I don't, I'll continue doing what I'm doing. There should be a video coming sometime where I actually reorganize this whole place that's complete chaos at the moment. So, but don't give up. And if you've made it this far, thank you. If you don't mind, like, subscribe, share, do all that stuff. I do appreciate it. And leave comments. If there's other stuff you want me to talk about, just leave some comments, and I'll do my best to get subjects on here. All family friendly stuff, though. This is family friendly. So no topics that are not family friendly. So I will, if you leave a comment, I'll read every one of them, and I'll try to answer them. So thank you for watching, and I appreciate all of you. And this is pretty good. It's less than a half hour. So when my friend joins me and we do like taste tests or the yakking and stuff, it may go longer just because him and I are conversing at that point, and we have two different viewpoints. Because him and I aren't exactly the same on our viewpoints on everything. we're pretty similar on a lot of things, but, you know, he's going to have his opinion, I'm going to have mine. So, but appreciate everybody watching. Leave a comment if there's something else you'd like for me to talk about. Family friendly, but about any family friendly subject I will try to talk about. And if I don't know anything about it, I will learn something about it. So thank you for watching and have a great day.